Now let's review how to estimate answers for division questions by rounding to tens, hundreds, or thousands. Let's take a look at the problem 63,980 divided by 81. With division, we're first going to take a look at our divisor. Our divisor here is 81, and we want to round this number first. We're going to take a look at the 1 in 81 to see how we should round this number. We're going to round it to 80 because 1 tells us to keep the tens place the same. We're now going to take a look at our dividend. In particular, we're looking at our first 2 digits. Now that we've estimated the divisor to 80 and we have an 8 in our divisor, we have to find a multiple of 8 that is closest to 63. So I'm going to go ahead and list all of my multiples of 8 to see which one is closest to 63. And I'm going to see that 64 is very, very close. So I'm going to estimate my dividend to 64,000. Now that I've rewritten my problem as 64,000 divided by 80, I can now solve this in my head. So I'm going to rewrite it so that we can look at the steps of solving it. I'm going to take a look at my non-zero digits, so 64 and 8, and I'm going to divide. 64 divided by 8 equals 8. Now I have to take a look at my zeros. I'm dividing by 80, so that's 8 tenths. So my answer is going to be 10 times smaller. So I need to take a 0 away from my dividend. So I cross it out in my divisor, and then I cross it out in my dividend to make sure I've crossed out the same number. And then I have to see how many zeros I have left. I have 1, 2, so I'm going to put 1, 2 in my answer. So my final answer is 800. Let's take a look at one more. 22,050 divided by 340. I'm going to estimate my divisor first. So looking at 340, I'm going to estimate that to 300. Now I need to take a look at my dividend. The first 2 digits in my dividend must be a multiple of 3, but I must choose the closest multiple. The closest multiple to 22 would be 21. 24 is also a multiple, but you'll see that it's not as close as 21 is. So 21 is our best choice. Then we're going to make sure that we still put zeros in the place of our other digits. And now we can divide and solve. So we have 21,000 divided by 300. I'm going to take a look at my non-zero digits. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. And now I have to take a look at my zeros. I'm dividing by 300, so I'm going to take 2 zeros away from my dividend. I'm left with 1 0 that is not either underlined or crossed out, so that means that I have to put that one in my answer. My answer, my estimate, is 70.